This is DMG and welcome to another 7D System general role-playing game discussion where we're going to talk about what equipment you need to play a role-playing game. We're talking paper and pencil role-playing game here, not thumb movement RPGs or click. So if you like these videos, please consider supporting me on Patreon, patreon.com/7D System. Now, one of the primary things that you require, and it's in the actual genre of the game, is paper and pencil. So you need a pencil, and that's because a lot of times you're going to be changing values on the character sheet. So every game is going to have some form of character sheet. Some are big, some are small, some are cards. It really depends on the game that you're playing as to what it is. So the pencil and the character sheet are the primary ones, of course. Then if you want to erase the things on the character sheet, you are going to need an eraser. So, that's going to be obvious. And now, of course, if your pencil becomes blunt, you're going to need a sharpener to sharpen said pencil. And in almost all games, you are going to need dice. So these are the standard polyhedric dice. These are made by a company called Chessex. There are a wide variety of dice, and there are a wide variety of companies that make dice. And in certain games, there are actually custom dice. So custom dice that have custom imagery and things on them. That would be in things like Warhammer Fantasy, in Star Wars role-playing. All those kind of games have actually specific dice that works only with that game. But most of them are going to be like this. That's the primary equipment that you need, and of course you also need the rulebook. As we discussed in the previous video, the core book for the game, that's very important. Now, often games also create ancillary or complementary or supplementary books like these that are required to, well, not really required, they're just additional books that you can use to further expand your game, expand the rules, that sort of thing. So that's when you would get some of these additional supplementary books. Of course, some they also create cards for. So this is for Dungeons and Dragons. This is the different spell cards. These basically help make the game easier to play, so that you're not having to search through the rulebooks for specific things for specific types of characters. They produce things like these cards to help you do it. Pathfinder and other sort of games that create these character cards, which is essentially just faces that help the director or the game master, dungeon master, whatever you want to call him, they help them to show you characters and things like that. So that sort of stuff is important to, flesh out the game a little, help to the players identify non-player characters and things like that. Then, of course, there is terrain. So terrain is important if you like to play a visual game and a tactile game at the same time. Terrain is very important. I have built an entire channel on terrain. That's the DMG info. You can check that out, youtube.com/the DMG info if you didn't know of that. That's where I get the name DMG from. And of course, with that would then be miniatures. So miniatures then help you represent the location of characters and the monsters that you're attacking or being attacked by in the actual game. So that helps the game to be more tactile. Now, some games don't require miniatures or steer completely away from miniatures, say like the old White Wolf games. So more storytelling games, they steer away from miniatures and terrain. But, a large amount of games can actually utilize terrain. And it's quite good in terms of helping people visualize what's happening and what's going on. So that is, of course, some of the equipment that you would need. Of course, there are additional things which some of the people who are more experts or have played games for a longer period of time will help in the comment section below and talk about things that I may have missed in this video, which I'm sure there are plenty. Thank you for joining me. If you like this video, click the like button. You can also check me out on Facebook and Twitter /7D System. And I will see you in the next video.